Right, welcome to episode 32 of the 2-Minute Terminator. My name is Sean Connery, and we are going from minutes... What?
I was going to ask you to do it in the voice of Alec Guinness.
Oh, well.
Got to believe it to see it.
He was the best star pilot in the galaxy, a cunning warrior, and a good friend. I understand you've become quite a good pilot yourself. Nah, that's a bit shit. Let's go back to Sean Connery. Right. This is minute 32. We're going from 62 to 64, and we're going from the human pair bonding line from Michael Jackson or even Arnold Schwarzenegger. Whoa.
What?
And then we're going to Judgment Day is today. Right. Hit the music. Thank you.
Howdy, stranger.
Don't say howdy, stranger, to me.
Hi, I'm Chief Master Sergeant William Candy.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Do you know what? I haven't introduced myself for the last couple of shows.
I know, I've just been taken over, which is fine, I guess.
Just jump in whenever you want, Ellie. And then I try to go, shut up! Oh.
Well, I've got...
Get out of the way! Oh.
Basically, this discussion is where Kate Brewster learns her father's been targeted for termination.
I have so many qualms with this 2 minutes.
You got so many qualms with this film. What have you got against this film? It's not done anything to you.
It's shockingly bad.
It's shockingly bad. Why? Why is it bad?
Just the acting in it is acting. I could do a much better John Connor in this film.
Claire Danes is not selling it?
Her acting is probably the strongest. Then Arnold, and just Stahl is just so terrible.
Well, I mean,
He is bad. I don't care how many drugs he's on.
Well, he wasn't on drugs then. I think he's had his alleged, allegedly, we should say, to protect ourselves, alleged crack cocaine problems in the last 2 or 3 years.
Do you not think that Brewster looks a little bit like a character from Alvin and the Chipmunks?
No.
Oh.
She looks like a bulldog with epilepsy trying to chew a toffee.
Oh my god. Or a wasp. Yeah, I've got many qualms with this particular.
Qualm away, because I've not got much going on.
There's for a change.
Hold on, lads. I've got an idea.
What's that?
It's the last line from the Italian Job.
It's better than blow the bloody doors off.
Well, that's...
That was my best one.
Go on, do it.
No.
No, go. My name
My name
is Michael Caine.
is Michael Caine.
'Cause I just listened to the playback on the last episode. It wasn't actually that good. I think I get better as this show went on. But
You
like,
did.
I started off like very much like that. Which
But it does still sound like Sean.
no,
Michael.
well it
Bollocks!
sounds like Michael now because he is a bit more measured in the way he talks, and it's like through the nose a little
Another
bit.
man tried to grab me.
Well, that's Jenny from Forrest Gump. Well, who was that? That was Jenny from Forrest Gump.
Right. So what I said in the last episode was the fact that there was inconsistency in the scenes, that 1 minute Brewster was in the car, then she wasn't in the car, and at first you disputed this, but it's beautifully illustrated in the beginning of this 2 minutes.
Yeah, you proved your point.
Where Arnie walks over to the car, she's not in the car, and then you see him taking the guns out of the back, and then you see the back of her head.
She's back in the car,
looks
but this time
like she's
it's
dead.
it's the overweight black lady who played Nanny in Gone with the Wind. So who put her in?
God.
Chan, we gotta get out of here.
Have you seen Being There?
What? Being There with Michael Caine?
No.
No.
He was not there.
Being There, of course, is the 1981, I think, Peter Sellers thing when he's playing a butler or something, or a servant.
No. He lives in this house. He's ridiculously wealthy, but he's never been outside.
Right.
And he's always been looked after by this really sweet black lady. And then, I think, does he live with a parent?
1979.
Or a guardian or someone? And all of a sudden they die, and all of a sudden he's got to fend for himself, and he leaves the house the first time in his whole life. And he sees a black woman walking down the street, and because he's always been served by a black lady, he just walks up to her and goes, I'll have my lunch now, please. Look at on her face. It's amazing. Have you not seen it?
No.
Oh my god! Watch that film. You'd love it.
Do you like Peter Sellers?
I do like Peter Sellers.
because
the Lavender Hill Mob's good. I liked him as Pink Panther. What else have I seen?
Inspector Clouseau.
Yes. I've seen him in quite a few films. I like Peter Sellers. He was great in Tom Thumb with Terry Thomas. One for me and one for you. Two for me and two for you.
Well, there's an HBO film. They did the
Hello.
Behind the Candelabra, the Liberace film with Michael Douglas. Jeffrey Rush played Peter Sellers in The Life and Death of Peter Sellers, which is not a Jeffrey Rush film, but he was in it as the start. He started as Peter Sellers. I think it's actually really good, and it shows what a difficult, psychotic person Peter Sellers actually was.
Really?
Yeah. He'd throw tantrums if he didn't get enough attention. He'd like stamp on the kids' toys and smash them and have like throw tantrums.
Wasn't he a bit of a pervert as well?
He was a bit of everything, but it's just his stratospheric rise to like superstardom, because he went from this like fat, struggling actor who would do like these radio plays like The Goons and stuff with Harry Seacombe and Spike Milligan, and then he kind of reinvented himself into this like international comedy genius and movie star. And it's kind of that story, really.
What do you think of Peter Sellers as an actor, not as a person?
Well, they say kind of like he only really existed when he was playing his characters. The person himself was like this like empty vessel, as it were, this not very nice person who literally would only come alive when he was playing his character, and he was only kind of ever nice then.
You've just done a politician answer.
He's a bit psychotic, apparently. According to this film, he's a complete nutbar.
What do you think of his acting, not his personality?
Well, I've seen him in the Pink Panther films. That's it, really, and a little bit in The Goons.
Have you not seen the Lavender Hill Mob?
I suppose the closest cousin really to Peter Sellers in this day and age is probably Sacha Baron Cohen.
Really?
Yeah, who gets completely like immersed in that character.
I know Sacha Baron Cohen's brother.
Who plays Borat and stuff. What does the brother do? Something really plain.
No. He's like an absolute genius. He's a Kanye West, basically.
He's a record producer.
He likes having fingers put in his butt. No, he's like a lecturer, or like a researcher or a scientist.
Well, they're both from.
He's really good friends with one of my really close. You know my friend Ollie, who's getting married. His dad is a lecturer. He lives half the year in India and half the year in London.
But they both went to Oxford, didn't they? They're like really highbrow. Because he was at that party I first worked at, the Mick
Ollie's
Jagger
dad
one.
went to Oxford.
Okay.
And they're like really good friends.
But
and
they all went like Eton as well. Eddie Redmayne went to Eton. Jimmy Carr, I think, went to Cambridge. Everyone that's responsible for entertainment basically went to those two Ivy League schools. So it's a bit weird that posh people make our entertainment, I think. It's not weird, it's how things are, but it's a shame, really.
I think some of them do have talent. It shouldn't be a prerequisite. I think it doesn't matter where you come from, you should all get the same ability to...
No, but I think it's all sewn up in a sense, isn't it? It's just like...
Oh yeah, but that's where it's become corrupt though. But money gets you everything. We know this.
Yeah.
Money makes the world go round.
But maybe you should watch that film instead of the Marvel films tonight, The Life and Death of Peter Sellers.
No, Marvel!
Okay.
So my first qualm was the fact that 1 minute she's in the car and then she's not in the car, and just the inconsistency does my head in. Okay, the next thing that is inconsistent and also I'm confused by, so maybe you can help me, Ethan.
Well, you know what we should start with? Today's bumper music, which is Jerry Goldsmith's InnerSpace.
Putty, you little bastard! With Martin Short!
Yeah, that was the Warner Brothers Shield fanfare that you don't really hear anymore.
Ooh.
Now, Jerry Goldsmith, as you know, did your favourite In Like Flint and Our Man Flint. He also did the Alien soundtrack. He's done many, of course. He did Logan's Run. This is kind of his Jerry Goldsmith's statement on miniaturization, really. But it's quite an interesting score. Jerry Goldsmith kind of did like these experimental sounding like source music kind of weird scores.
It's out there.
I guess he's meant to be a bit heartbeaty, a bit like not Nick Berry, not the one with Nick Berry. I mean an actual heartbeat. He's trying to convey that with electronic music. He did the Planet of the Apes scores as well, stuff like that.
Nice. Got quite the curriculum.
The one that starts goes "Wanee, wanee."
How does it go?
And then there's the 60s one, which is Escape the Planet of the Apes, which is that kind of like weird, funky lounge lizardy one I played for you the other day. Yeah, which is always good.
Which is good.
So yeah, this will be in the show notes of the show, along with I'll put the Planet of the Apes one in as well.
Wunderbar. So my next qualms and questions, I like like it. One, I'll hit you with a question. Why is the car smoking? All it said is that the bloody roof ripped off.
That was alright. That was good.
It was pretty terrible.
Uh,
The roof's been ripped off. It hasn't been blown off. It hasn't been shot off. They've been parked for a little while now. The whole car is smoking.
Well,
Why
I mean,
would that happen?
well, it's obviously been shut out of sequence. It would have been smoking when they first pulled up. One of the reasons I think
Why?
a car does smoke is when it's run out of water.
No, but
and the engine's
smoke
overheating.
is emanating from the ripped, rough edges of the roof.
The ripped edges of the roof.
That's where the smoke's coming from.
I have no idea then. If it's the radiator, then that's the
Second question. 1 minute, the car is smoking. Then we go for a different angle. The car isn't smoking. We go back and the car's smoking again.
Well, we know that because
and
they've...
then we look at a different angle. Look, no smoke.
Yeah, it's
And then
because...
and now look at it.
That is weird.
What the fuck?
Okay, I'll tell you what it is.
What is it? Dry ice.
That scene was meant to convey the fact they've just pulled up, they've ripped the roof off the car, but they would have pulled up really near to where the TX was, which is silly. You should just drive the fuck away from wherever they were. It looks like they're just 50 yards down the road from where they were. I mean, essentially, it just
And
means...
now
that,
it's not smoking.
well, I mean, it looks kind of smoky over
No,
there.
it doesn't. Seeing things that aren't there.
I was
And
just
look,
doing...
And now look. Loads of smoke.
Well, it's not a barbecue, it's the car. So they've shot it out of sequence, basically. Oh, God. Fucking...
Feedback.
Just the hi-fi on this
The
music is
Wi-Fi?
terrible. The Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's shot out of sequence, and they've just meant to convey the roof's been ripped off. But
Rubbish.
it's been done badly.
What is the Good Sam Club?
You know what? Let's Google it. I was gonna go ask Spaldner, but Spaldner's gonna get back to me with if Stallone did set fire to the outpost with black powder, would all the bullets blow up?
Every time you say that word.
What's it called again? Sam's what?
Good Sam Club. Good Sam Club is a sticker on the side of the camper van.
The Good Sam Club is an international organisation of recreational vehicle owners and the largest organisation of RV owners in the world. The CEO is Marcus Lemonis.
Lemonis. Oh wow. It looks a bit sinister, Good Sam, don't you think? With his little halo.
It's probably a front for some paedophile operation.
Definitely. It's a camper van.
Allegedly.
For God's sake. You'd open up the seats and they'd be full of sweets. I'd go in. So they start talking about the fact that the TX is going to kill what's his name?
Kate Brewster's father.
What's he called though? Simon Brewster.
Mr. Brewster. Just put that.
Brewster. Because he works for basically Skynet. Why would the TX want to kill someone that works for Skynet?
Because this is when the hammer's about to fall. We are at Judgment Day. He's actually surplus to requirements now. So he has to go in there and kind of input some of the information that will even like make Skynet, I guess, technically more complete and stronger than it would be otherwise.
But surely it'd be easier to try and kind of coerce him into, I don't know, helping her or...
She doesn't need help anymore. Skynet's about to
here
go
you
live.
Go. Volume, please.
Sam Cooke.
Oh yeah, I like this. I can imagine this emanating from Christine.
Do you like Sam Cooke, do you?
Yeah.
Even though he's a black gentleman?
Yeah. Part of the Rat Pack, wasn't he?
No, that's Sammy Davis Jr.
Davis Jr. No, I like old music. This is great. Let black people do music. They do it well. Music
Athletics and music.
And dancing.
Dancing. Fast twitch muscle fibers.
Yes, Ethan, you remembered.
Yeah.
I told you that.
Apparently you're not allowed to do that anymore. Apparently it's racist.
Of course it is.
If you say something positively in a stereotype as well as negatively, obviously is bad. But if you say something like, obviously, like all good sportsmen for the most part are black. And, you know, if you say something like black people are really good at dancing versus white people, that's also racist, apparently, because it's a positive. It's called positive discrimination. Yeah, weird.
Ricky Gervais takes a piss out of it in one of the episodes of The Office, where they tell a joke about a black man's cock, and they're just like, why is it funny? And you go, well, you know, it's a black man's cock. She's like, yeah, but you're suggesting that the only achievement of the black man is by having oversized genitalia. I guess I'm just saying they shouldn't be ashamed of it. They should be proud of anything. It's amazing. It's so good. But why is that a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing.
Exactly. People just take offence for taking offence's sake. Everyone just wants to have a moan about something.
Because food and life is too easy now. Food's too easy to obtain, and life is a bit too soft. So people have to.
People are fat and dull.
People have to look for things to complain about.
But again, by saying someone's fat, that's not necessarily derogatory. It's a statement. It's factual.
It's a description.
Someone's overweight.
Yeah.
Biffer. Yeah, so I was a little confused as to why the TX would want to kill someone who works for Skynet, but hey, I guess you kind of answered my question.
Well, no, I mean, the main reason is I guess he could be used as a way of getting information to find or track Kate Brewster and or John down, should he know. If she doesn't find them in time, like she's gone to their potential lieutenants and commanders from the future war, they've been taken out now, so she's working her way up towards John.
Okay. We also see the Terminator do some weird kind of like arm jolt with the gun. I just think these guns are throwing this particular Terminator off, man.
It was actually more advanced than the T-850.
I know, but that's what I mean. Then why is he? I don't know. You see it in a minute. It comes back round, and he's I don't know what gun it is, but you see him just kind of go. Just like what is this Terminator doing? Yeah. So what else have I got? Oh, yeah, all of a sudden, John just springs back into action and he's all on board. He's like, right, I get it. Yeah, this is what's happening. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This kid is all over the place. I think he was on drugs. I think this kid is just constantly coming down.
By the way...
and I know it because I've been there.
The Good Sam Club. They would have had to pay a shitload of money for advertising in the film, essentially, wouldn't they? By having their sticker there.
Yeah.
Anyone watching this film, would that encourage you to... get that service or product? When you ever see something in a film, does it encourage you to buy it? It doesn't work on me, but I guess it does, because I know they do it in the Bond films a lot, but Terminator seems like an odd...
Yeah, it does.
Especially for, like, Sam's Club. I don't know.
Good Sam.
Also, God, what is it? The emblem on the window there. Does that mean the windows are rolled down, or is it like a piece of metal? Is it called the Valley of something? Is it called?
Valley of Peace.
Valley of Peace.
I think they're like metal.
Okay. Because it just seems odd that everything's been torn away and they're still there.
Everything seems odd. And I swear to God, Arnie's trousers look like they're pleather. They don't look real. I think he's wearing pleather pants. Look at that. They're so shiny.
Yeah, they probably are.
Oh, God. So bad. Yeah, all of a sudden, John's back on board and he's, you know, full of vigour and excitement. And, yeah, we're going to do this. And, oh, you missed it again. He also gets excited about the fact that he's now realised that all the way back then, him and Brewster would have got together. He would have been feeding her pony for the last 10 years. Really just to get to her dad. Because it's all about your dad. It's always been about him.
Thing is, if he went up to her dad 10 years ago and explained this, the dad would think she was crazy. Good, stop seeing that boy.
Yeah,
he's
definitely.
weird.
Amazing. You definitely would, though.
Right. Here's a bit of trivia for you. Tedi Sarafian. Is that how I say it? Sarafian.
I have no idea.
He wrote a script. He wrote the script for the movie, but since his ideas would have resulted in the movie costing more than $200 million, a scene featuring a Boeing crashing in downtown LA and exploding half the city, the script was refused. Some of his ideas were used, though. The evil Terminator is a woman. Sarah Connor doesn't appear, and that's why he earned a story credit in the credits.
Ethan, I have a question. Are you working in London Fashion
Ted
Week?
wrote... No. When is it this week coming?
Why not?
I don't know.
Why don't you just steal me some goodies?
I know. I haven't been booked on it.
Well, get booked.
He wrote Tank Girl.
Tank Girl! Such a weird film. But
Possession of Michael King. I've never seen it. Is it any good?
It's really bizarre. It's kind of really badly done. And I'm not really... The storyline's just a bit... But I don't know. There's just... I think because it's Tank Girl, I like it.
Could it be good?
Potentially.
It's essentially Mad Max with a chick, isn't it?
Oh, it's nothing like Mad Max. Well, I guess a kind of whole, like, apocalyptic theme, but, I mean, the whole storyline, the acting's pretty weak, but I like it because she's just a bit badass and she looks weird. I don't think you would like it.
Right. I wouldn't like it.
No.
because it's a girl in the lead, or it's just not a good film?
I just don't think you'll find it a very good film.
Okay.
I think I like it because I saw it years ago, and I guess I kind of relate to her, apart from the fact she's actually got tits.
Well, strangely, as a link to a film we saw a couple of weeks ago, and a film, we saw Ricochet with Ice-T. Ice-T is the main kangaroo man in that movie.
So bad.
Did you know that?
No.
Her lover in that film, the kangaroo dude, that's Ice-T.
Mental.
Yeah.
I thought that film was terrible. You enjoyed it. Why?
Surviving the Game. Ricochet's good.
What did that sound like? That sounded almost like the beginning of the Randall Hopkirk music.
Well, it's very much Randall Hopkirk's 1970-ish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is 71.
Deceased. I love that. I love all those old school kind of like shows. What? Why are you laughing at me?
Just laughing. I'm just smiling.
I'm just laughing.
A whimsical smile plays across my lips as you reminisce.
Just get your fucking words out.
Oh, shut up.
Spastic.
Right. Gonna go back to Michael Caine.
Eat your crayons.
Eat your crayons, Michael. Eat my crayon.
Were you giving us a fact?
That was it. Just the trivia, basically.
Where's all your bloody homework for this episode?
I'm writing the homework as we go. All the soundtracks we've used for this episode.
Oh no, not the homework, but the facts and the cook-up.
Sometimes there's no facts because I misspread them in other episodes. Like a few episodes back, 3 episodes back, we had all the facts for the next episode, but they all relate to the film nonetheless. Sometimes when there was nothing to actually say in this scene, I added little things like Michael Sarafian wrote this script. How'd you say that? Sarafian. Yeah. Got it right. Fuck you then. Got it right. I got it right. Shut up.
Look, he's doing the weird arm, the jolty arm thing. What's that about?
He's trying to be all machine-like and stoic.
But it's not machine-like. It's clumsy.
Peace.
He's an old boy.
Do you have any more quabs?
Yeah. For someone who says she doesn't know what her dad does, she now lists a lot of things that he does.
Well,
like, he's in the Air Force. He works on like secret weapons. I don't know what he does. It's like, well, you got an idea.
she doesn't know. Marble rolling down the table. Well, no, she knows that, but it's almost like, oh, my dad works at Area 51. God, he might work on UFOs for all I know. I don't know.
Can you imagine how awesome that would be?
What if your dad built UFOs?
No,
Well,
if
back
you
engineered them.
If you yourself could work on Area 51.
Wouldn't be? It would be awful.
What? What all the cool shit you'd see?
Well, because the government denies even its existence, and when you
I just played fucking hopscotch with an alien.
when you
Awesome.
when you sign on to work there, you literally give away all your constitutional rights, so they can literally throw you in jail without trial for the rest of your life.
That is true.
To the point, in the 1990s, there were some people who were like dying of these horrific and weird diseases. One guy worked there; his skin started going scaly and falling off,
Had he had sex with an alien?
and he'd been exposed to some kind of field or radiation, the doctor said. And they go, well, what have you been working on? He's like, I literally can't tell you. And he couldn't tell his wife what he'd been doing or anything like that. So he died. And many workers from Area 51 died through exposure, either to whatever project they were working on, or whenever they dump like the toxic waste, like the stuff from RoboCop, they dump it.
Don't touch me, man.
They dump it in that Tikaboo Peak Valley. So when the wind blew and they set fire to all the
smoke.
They'd set fire to it, the smoke would blow down across the facility, and some of the people like got all these weird cancers and growths and all died. Horrific slow deaths, basically. But because of their oath and their, allegiance, obviously.
Like the fog.
Basically, yeah. So, they couldn't say anything and they just died.
Fuck, man, that shit is so intense.
The lawyer that was trying to like fight for their kind of rights or get some kind of compensation, because the government and the judge wouldn't acknowledge even Area 51 existing, nothing can be done.
I got off the judge. What's that from?
Lie.
Yes!
I took a chance then, because you said judge, and I said the only thing that you've seen as a political or courtroom drama would have
I've
been
seen Judge Judy.
Liar.
That's not true. I've seen plenty of
Oh, yeah?
things like that.
A civil action with John Travolta, 12 Angry Men with Henry Fonda.
I'm not a big fan of John Travolta.
A Few Good Men with Tom Cruise. Hey, what you don't like John Travolta?
This music's amazing. What is this from?
It's the planet Escape from the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, I like this. This is kind of what goes on in my head all day long. Yeah, that's everything I've got for this scene. Those are all my qualms and questions.
Well, that's good then. So we can wrap this one up.
We can.
What a great week we've had.
I know. Have we actually missed any?
No. We've done 6 this week. And on Sunday, hopefully, we can do another one.
Yeah. Are you not working Sunday?
No.
Oh, no.
I'm doing a horrific one tomorrow, which is Saturday. And then I'm working...
Where are you working tomorrow?
Where I went last week and a week early because I got the day wrong. The Savile Club.
So Ethan called me up and he was just like, yeah, I'm stood outside the event and there's no one here. So I'm just, trying to work out what's going on. And then I heard him walk in and then I heard him do his, I'm talking to a stranger. Sorry, sir. Sounds all polite and lovely. And then the
opposite
next
what he actually
minute,
is.
I can hear this bird talking. She's going, oh no, that's next week. And my head just sank into my hands and I was like, you absolute cretin. To be fair though, it's better to be early than late.
A week early.
A week early.
That's better than you at work. You're asked to come in half an hour early. I come in 7 days early.
That's true. That is true. I bow down before your...
She folds like a cheap suit. As would we all.
Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in and making this show...
The average few listener thing that it actually is. And we shall return.
We shall. Hasta la vista.
Baby. I'll be back. And I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Mick Jagger.
Oh, I'll be back.
Jim Carrey.
I'll be back. That was Shatner. I'll be back.
Oh yeah, Shatters. Brian.
Spock. I'll be back.
Brian Blessed.
I'll be back. They're all shit. Okay.
Elvis.
I'll be back.
That was the best one.
Sing a little people boy.
Anyway, shut up.
Watch out for machines. They're unstoppable. Watch out for machines.